feel like doing the proper intro today. We got a very, very interesting daily reports. Now, this isn't Doncaster Rovers news, but it could relate to the future progression of our football club, of other football clubs, and if anyone that supports this stupid Super League thinks this has got nothing to do with the Football League, think again. Because this affects the rags to riches story that has defined football since it was created. All those centuries ago when football was first played, this damages the rags to riches story that's defined this sport for many centuries. So if you haven't seen the news, you've been living under a rock in my opinion. But the European Super League, massive update this evening. Apparently 11 clubs have signed up for this. Well, apparently we're going to get an update around 9:30 tonight, but whether I'll be back for that update or not, probably not. I'll probably wait till tomorrow to do a video on that, on the update. But apparently plans are set to be announced with this European Super League. Apparently 11 teams have signed up for it. And what a surprise! There's rumours that Chelsea, Man United, Man City, Liverpool and Arsenal are involved in that list, and Spurs as well. And did anyone else see this coming? Liverpool, Arsenal, Man United, what do they have in common? American owners that care more about business than they do about football. And who's behind the Super League? An American businessman. What a surprise. Is anyone actually surprised about this? Is anyone surprised about this? But apparently this new Super League, apparently Real Madrid's president is set to be the president of this league, and the other chairman is set to be Henry, who's in Liverpool's owner, Stan Kroenke, and Joel Glazer. Is anyone else surprised about this? Because I'm certainly not. And I'll tell you in a bit why this affects the Football League. And you'll probably know why anyway. But I've just got this BBC Sport article in front of me right now. The UEFA and the Premier League have strongly condemned 12 major European clubs, including the Big Six, Big Six, from England, signing up to a breakaway European Super League. Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, Man City, Man U and Tottenham are all part of the group. La Liga's Atletico Madrid, Barcelona and Real Madrid, and Serie A's AC Milan, Inter Milan and Juventus are involved as well. UEFA said it will use all measures possible to stop the cynical project. Now, I also heard from somewhere that PSG and Bayern were the only ones stopping this from happening completely. So, if you're a PSG or Bayern fan, you must feel so much pride for your club. And, you know, obviously PSG and Bayern are going through the ringer at the minute in many different ways. You know, Bayern's coach is leaving at the end of the season, probably going to take the Germany job. You know, and obviously with Pochettino at PSG going into a Champions League semi-final. Big things for both clubs in different ways at the minute. And they've both stepped out of this project. They're not agreeing to this project. Fair play to PSG and Bayern, because they're seeing what we're seeing, and that is a disgrace. But yeah, the article then says senior figures at European football's governing body are furious about the proposals, and none of the clubs involved have commented yet, but it's thought a statement is likely to be released later tonight. So it's around 9:30 we're going to hear this apparent statement of the plans. And now BBC Sport was told last week of plans for some sort of confirmation about the European Super League. We knew about some stuff about it in the past. The fact that FIFA was going to ban players from the World Cup if they take part in this. And yeah, this is it basically. UEFA has hoped to head off the plans with the new look 36-team Champions League set to be confirmed on Monday. That's a better plan in my opinion by a million miles. But the European governing body released a joint statement with the EF Association, the English Football Association, Premier League, Spanish Football Federation, the La Liga and the Italian Football Federation, as well as Serie A today. They said they'll remain united in trying to stop the breakaway using both judicial and sporting measures if required. And they also reiterated FIFA's stance that players taking part would be banned at all competitions, European, domestic or world level, and could be prevented from representing national teams. In a separate statement, the Premier League said it condemned the proposal as it attacks the principles of open competition and sporting merit, which are at the heart of domestic and European football. The UK government's also criticised the plans, with the Culture Secretary Oliver Dowden saying in a statement, "We are concerned this plan could create a closed shop at the very top of our national game." That is exactly what it does. That's exactly what it does. Juventus owner, Man U's executive vice chairman, and AC Milan's chief executive, Ivan Gazidis, would all have a significant input in the Champions League discussions on Friday. Into the Champions League discussions on Friday. What a surprise there that Ed Woodward's involved. However, those clubs are among those to have broken ranks to the fury of UEFA, whose president Alexander Cheferin wants to stave off a Super League threat. The Premier League said the European Super League would destroy the dreams of fans, and their team may climb to the top and play against the best. The FA said it will not provide permission to any competition that would be damaging to English football and will take legal and or regulatory action necessary to stop it. Bundesliga sides are opposed to the plans because of the whole German model. That's why Bayern's not involved. French's League One Paris Saint-Germain are not part of the group. They thanked those clubs in those countries, especially the French and German clubs who refused to sign up to the breakaway league. They're calling on all lovers of football, supporters and politicians to join us in fighting against such a project if it was to be announced, which could be the announcement at 9:30 tonight. However, the world governing body FIFA has already said it would not recognise such competition, and any players involved would be denied the chance to play at World Cup. Serie A is calling an emergency board meeting to discuss the matter, and the Football Supporters Association said it's totally opposed to the plans, which he said was motivated by nothing but cynical greed. That's what Roy Keane said, that's what Micah Richards has said, that's what Gary Neville said. Loud and proud, Gary Neville, Roy Keane, Micah Richards, everyone in football, fans, professionals, managers, players, I'm sure, will be opposed to this, but the only ones that won't be opposed to this is the selfish morons that want to take a few billion quid out of this sport. It is I'm on the level of everyone else. It is a complete and utter pathetic disgrace, and I'll tell you why this brings the Football League into it, the EFL. Think of the EFL's history. Think of who used to be an EFL club. Leicester, Bournemouth, Arsenal, Manchester United, Manchester City, even Liverpool used to be in the Football League. And think about it, and this is my theory behind this. Since the 1990s, the Premier League, since the Premier League broke away from the rest of the Football League in the 1992-93, or whenever it was formed, think about it. When they broke away, all the TV revenue went into that, and the rest of the Football League was left to slave away and forgotten about. Then the ITV digital thing happened, went bust in a year, more clubs went into administration, more clubs fell down the pecking order. Fast forward to now, the Premier League's gap between them and the Football League has grown so much. What's going to happen if this by all accounts, I hope doesn't happen, but it goes ahead anyway because the people at football only care about money. If this goes ahead, which I hope it doesn't, the European Super League is going to go up there, the Premier League is going to go down here, and the rest of football, in England especially, are going to go way down there. So clubs like Doncaster, clubs like Bolton, clubs like Salford, Morecambe, even Championship clubs, Wickham, Sheffield, Blackburn, Watford, Norwich, which are now Premier League. Think of it. It's like we're going to be trading one division after another. The Premier League will get less and less money coming into it TV revenue-wise because the European Super League will take all of it. The Premier League will just be another Championship. Championship will become League One. League One will be League Two. League One will be League Three, or another non-league level. I hope it doesn't. And it's just going to all decrease. But do you see the pattern? Do you see the pattern? The Premier League were up there in the early 90s when they broke away from the Football League. And then all the money went to them, and the Football League wasted away. And they weren't promised the financial support they were promised. Now what's happening is the European Super League are suppressing the Premier League, if this goes ahead, and the European Super League will get all the TV revenue and all the finances and all the press coverage, etc. And the Premier League, sooner or later, in a few years' time, if this goes ahead and in a few years' time we get this European Super League, then a few years down the line, the Premier League are going to do what they did before the 1990s. And that's just join back with the Football League. And the Football League will be back to 4 divisions, including, and then League 2 will make it 5. So the Football League will have 5 divisions. The EFL Premiership, the EFL Championship, EFL League 1, EFL League 2. And it's, oh God, it doesn't feel, well, no, not 5 obviously. We're back to 4 divisions. And it doesn't feel right. It just doesn't feel right. This is JP, Henry, Kroenke, Glazers just wanting to take money out of sport. And us, as fans, and the people in football, need to look at them and we need to oppress them. And Goldbridge said it perfectly. If this doesn't go ahead, if they take back their statement, it doesn't go ahead for now, we're all back to normal. Don't just stop there. Don't just stop with them saying, oh wow, we did it, we stopped them doing the Super League. Don't stop there. Keep going at them. Because the sooner you do it, they'll leave Arsenal, they'll leave United, they'll leave Liverpool, they'll leave football, and then football might actually get run right for once. The football game might actually get run like a sport for once. Because let's face it, over the last 10-15 years, it's been the Premier League and nothing else. No support for the Football League, no promised financial support. And, you know, UEFA said it in their statement, at a time when we need solidarity in a society more than ever, they've completely forgotten about the fans. And they're going to sit up there thinking, well, the fans are going to be on board with this. You know, the fans are going to be, you know, on side with this project. You know, we're going to have this massive Super League. We're going to have all these massive giant teams around the world in worldwide football. And we're going to do this, this, and this. And, you know, we're going to have our own cup. And we're going to have no relegations. And it's going to be like no competing. Think of it. Do you think the fans are going to accept that? Do you think the fans are going to accept that? I see United fans saying on social media, if this happens, I'm going to go and support Brentford. You think Man U fans are going to go and see their history get completely washed out? And then you think fans are going to support a Man United in a European Super League that's in competition with absolutely no one, no rags to riches story, no relegation out of that league, no matter how bad it is in the Premier League, and then, you know, and there's no enjoyment out of it, and it's not even just that. It's the fact that the Glazers will still own Man United, so they'll still have Maguire and Lindelof. They'll still have McFred in the midfield. There's going to be no investment in the club, but the Glazers are happy because they're going to take a few odd $100 million from helping be the chairman of this Super League. Man U will still be poor on the pitch. Ollie's going to suffer at the hands of it. And Man U will still be just as pathetic as they've been for the last 10-15 years ownership-wise. And they won't care because they're running the Super League, so they're getting money out of them. They've been pickpocketing United for years. Same with Arsenal, in a way. Same with Liverpool, in a way. Even though Liverpool got the Premier League trophy, you know, last season, and the Champions League the season before, they're still going to get... Liverpool are beginning the downward spiral, where Arsenal have gone, where United have gone. That's what's going to happen. There's no That's the reason why Spurs are run so poorly. They're not going to get a trophy unless they change their ways. You know, I'm hearing rumours of a buyout of Spurs. Go for it. Someone buy out Tottenham Hotspur and prove they're a good club, morally as well as on the pitch. Because at the minute, it's just giants being run out of the game by giant businessmen thinking they can buy into football. Like it's some business. It's not a business, it's a working man's game, it's a working man's sport. And this has something to do with the Football League, the EFL. Because if this goes ahead, more revenue goes to them, Premier League comes down to our level, welcome to the EFL where we have no technology and we're ran by absolute morons at times, at the top level of the Football League, not in terms of our own clubs, because our club, you know, our board, you know, some Donny fans might be against the board, but I think the board have put out a statement recently that gives us hope for the future, and we've got a great, exciting future coming up. But at the top level of the Football League, you've got people running the Football League that won't monitor their leagues, monitor new owners coming in, and more clubs are going to go out of business because they're not getting more money, and all the money's going to the Super League. It's an absolute disgrace. It's an absolute disgrace. And if you think I'm going to sit down and accept this, you think other fans are going to sit down and accept this, players, former professionals, pundits, you think they're going to sit down and accept this? If you came to Doncaster and said, we're going to do a Doncaster Super League, we're going to transfer all the big teams and they're going to become Doncaster Giants, we'd be chasing you down the street and beating you up with corner flags. You know, I don't condone violence, but you get a beating with a corner flag right round the noggin. You know, you won't come down to our ends and try that. You get beaten up big time. You can't try that. This is football. This is a working man's game. And you know fan bases. You know what fans are like. If they don't like something, they'll tell you they don't like it in the best way they know how. And you can't come into the sport and just take money from the clubs that are at the heart of grassroots football and lower league football and just take more money from us and give it to the big teams in this new European Super League they might announce at 9:30. It's an absolute disgrace. And yes, there might be an update at 9:30. Should I do a video tonight at 9:30 when it comes out, if it is coming out? I don't know. I don't even know anymore. Should I do a video? I'm going to probably be even madder than I am now. If this goes ahead, I swear to God, I'm going to be absolutely furious. And I'm sure many other people are going to be as well. Absolute disgrace. Pray this doesn't get announced at 9:30. Thank you very much, guys, for watching this special daily reports. Thank you very much. Forever Football DRFC. Stay tuned for the Accrington preview tomorrow anyway. And that, my friends, is full time. Riverside die. Oh, JP, your backside is going to get handed to you by fans if you don't redraw these plans. Your backside's going to get handed to.